SoundCloud music.
I just found out I'm a hoe today, cause I always be like, hey. Yeah. I saw the meme was like, oh, if a chick says "ay" after she hears a song or something, then she's a hoe. And I was like, damn, I say that all the time, especially on the podcast. Like everything, I'm like, "ay." I'm like, damn.
Oh, damn. Well, all right. And welcome back.
Cutting room floor.
This is episode 35 of the Jig Is Up podcast. And you know me, I'm your host, yours, Marco. And now I'm with, your boy M Easy is unavailable right now, but he is gonna call in, so don't fret, don't be let down. M Easy will hit us up eventually. And
It's your girl, Miss Nessa, aka Blazer Mommy.
And then we got the 6-man.
This boy Kmart, aka 6-man, aka Mommy, he did that, aka that nigga in the back.
And then we got Nessa. Introduce the guest.
My little buddy, my little big buddy over here, Mr. David.
What's up, everybody? David K. Luckily, I was able to get invited over here. So apparently, I got some interesting opinions. So,
yes.
I'll share those today. Hopefully, they're not too crazy.
Thanks for being here.
No, we love crazy opinions. We want people to talk back, talk some smack. So that's what it's all about. And however you listening to us on iTunes, SoundCloud, Stitcher Radio, Google Play Music, even on YouTube. And now hit us up on the Satchel podcast player, courtesy of the Satchel podcast crew out there in Podfest that we networked with. You can go ahead and subscribe, rate, and review, and leave a donation if you're on Satchel.
Yep.
You know, because
donations.
Studio time and doing websites and maybe trying to get a videographer and get things really popping. Will really get popping if you have a little extra green on the side, if you know what I mean. But anyway, we usually pride ourselves with the MO, Nothing is Safe, created by my man M Easy. So we're going to get on this little Nothing is Safe segment. And I hate to say this shit again.
Yep.
Another unarmed black man.
Another hashtag.
Shot and killed. This time it hits close to home because it happened in El Cajon.
Mm-hmm.
Now, for the people who don't live in San Diego or don't know the San Diego area, where we record is about 10 miles away west of El Cajon. So it's 10 miles east when we get on the 94 and then the 8 or however you get to El Cajon. But it's east of where we record, and you know, it's not far. I have a couple of homies who live out there in El Cajon, and it's getting real with the protest and all that. But before, let me backtrack. It was a young man within his 30s. His name is Alfred Alongo. Apparently, he was shot and killed after a 911 call because his sister believed, I think he was having a seizure. Is that correct?
Mm-hmm.
So he was having a seizure, and he needed aid from, policemen or ambulance or whoever who, tax-paying citizens, we pay our taxes for to help this guy out. But evidently, he just ended up getting 5 bullets in him. So it's kind of sad, just like, what happened to the guy in Tulsa, Oklahoma, Terrence Crutcher, that, he went out there and his vehicle stalled and he needed roadside assistance. So he called the police to see their protect and serve. But evidently, he got a bullet in him as well. And it seems like this trend is continuing over and over and over again. And when will it stop? I have no idea. And, all we can do is, hope that things will get better. But we, protesting and all this stuff, it seems like it's being ineffective. Now, I remember in episode 23 when we talked about what happened in Dallas, it became a national tragedy all of a sudden, right?
Yeah.
So, I'm not Farrakhan. I'm not none of them niggas. Farrakhan, Malcolm X, Martin Luther King. But all I'm saying, for every action, there's a reaction. So if justice is not going to be served, motherfuckers going to find their own form of justice. That is not a threat. It's just my personal premonition what's going to happen if this shit continues and it doesn't stop. I hate the narrative when people say, well, he wasn't complying. He looked like he had a weapon on him, but it turned out to be a vape pen, if I'm not mistaken. And they were like, well, the police couldn't take any chances. They had to shoot and kill him. But yet again, we just saw a white man who had a standoff with the cops in the freeway, right? After he stole someone's car.
Mm-hmm.
And they took his ass alive.
Yep.
Yep.
And they said, because,
They
and they
shot
said
him
he,
and they kept him alive.
and they said he pulled out something,
Some
but they said
kind
it was a
of-
stick.
It was a
And
stick.
they said it looked clear, like they said that it was clearly a stick or whatever the case may be. But I think that in that case as well, they shouldn't have took any chances if they're going to say the same thing about, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Right.
And then also, I don't remember a year it was, but remember there was a white guy out there in Mission Bay who had a gun.
Yep.
And they begged, negotiated with him to put down this weapon, and they didn't, and they disarmed him. They shot him in a non-lethal area where he could possibly live, and then they detained him and arrested him. So for all you fucktards out there on Facebook, Twitter, or in your social media who believe that it was justified for a man to die because it looked like he was perceived to have a weapon, but even though evidently you find out he didn't have one, all y'all can eat a dick. I'm sorry, like all
real
y'all-
shit.
like all y'all can eat a dick, because there's been examples time and time again where police have found ways to disarm a person or even de-escalate the situation and get it done. I remember not too long ago, there's a cop out there in West Virginia who's been fired for not shooting a person. Fired. Let him go out there in West Virginia, out there in the racist backwoods out there in West Virginia. Let him go because the fact that he didn't shoot the air quotes threat.
Yeah.
So that's just my opinion. Maybe someone else who listened to this podcast probably believes otherwise. Leave a comment.
Fuck y'all. That's how I really feel.
That's how you really feel? Well, fuck it. Nothing to say.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, another life is lost. My condolences out to that
Yes,
family.
definitely.
It's looking like a real shit show on both ends. You know, the chief of police is trying to water it down. He's like, oh, I got Miles McPherson. Please be the San Diego Jesse Jackson for us, please. You know, you know, it's like, no, Miles McPherson, like, I mean, no disrespect to the Rock Church. And my personal opinion, I think the Rock Church is like a damn near cult to me.
Yes.
But
Sorry, guys.
but
Gentlemen. Sorry, continue.
oh,
It's cold in here. So.
yeah.
It's good.
It's gonna get hot in the studio later on when we talk some more shit. But
Look like your shirt.
but yeah, man, it's just, you know, don't use Miles McPherson. Like, these are not really black leaders. He's just he's a pastor, he's a preacher for the Rock Church, and I know he has a high influence because he has, you know, government, you know, funding or whatever. Because there's no fucking way in the world that you should have a church in the naval base, in the naval area. So, I mean, this is weird to me. So, but hey, people got different opinions. That's fine. I just get weirded out by it.
I just didn't think about that. So that's just crazy to me.
You know what I'm saying?
I never thought about that.
You never thought about that?
Yeah.
Yeah, man. But you know, no disrespect.
Oh,
but I'm just
man.
saying, I'm just a little skeptical about that. But besides the point. It's like people are trying to find different ways to diffuse the situation. It's like when all that shit should have been prevented in the first place, when the cops should have just, you know, find a way to negotiate and talk this man down. I mean, just have a little more patience to talk him down. Like, hey, dude, we're here to help you. We're not trying to threaten you or anything like that. And, you know, people have their own stories. They're saying, like, the cell phones were confiscated. And then the chief of police said, no, they volunteered and gave it to them.
Get the fuck out.
And then it was like, well, we'll
Come
release a you know, the full tape or whatever. But the only thing they're showing is him pointing, looking like he's pointing at the cops, like, and all these people like, you see why he wasn't complying? If you don't comply, you die. You know, that's what you're supposed to do. He's not complying.
You don't comply, you die.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? It's like, what happened to serve and protect? But now it's turning. You know what? For all police around around the nation, you might as well just cut off the protect and serve and just put comply or die.
Real shit.
The thing that always gets to me though is that, like, people don't even think about, like, America and when America was built and whatnot, and they say to protect and serve, but they don't say who. So protect and serve, they ain't protecting and serving us.
No.
They're protecting and serving other people from us. Because when you think about it, it's like protect and serve, that wasn't written for us. So, like, they're not protecting us. They see someone with your face and my face, and they see us in a certain community, so they're gonna protect and serve them to keep them safe from us. So like all the things that they say the police is about, that was never for us, and it's being really obvious right now with just the way that they're treating. And it just kills me how like every time something happens, you keep hearing, oh well, like with Sandra Bland. They were like, well, if she didn't give him an attitude, like that's no good excuse. Or if this guy didn't,
I've seen
comply,
I heard so many
like,
people give cops attitudes and they just get a ticket.
Yeah, yeah, like nothing. And then like, because I have a 13-year-old nephew, and like it just keeps killing me because I'm like, first you see them say, okay, I'll comply. That didn't work. All right, I'm gonna put my hands up. That didn't work. All right, I'm gonna record it. If I record it, they're not going to do anything. That didn't work. And
it seems like they're cocky about it because it's like you could record all you want. All of our policemen are going to get exonerated. They're not going to go in jail. They're like, it's not going to happen. Yeah. So you record all you want. We're going to kill them anyway.
Yeah, like it's like, man, it's like, fuck, what can you
And it seems like people are just desensitized to the violence. And people are just like, oh, there's another shooting. And like, and in the trending topics, it was fucking, Angelina Jolie and Brad Pitt a week ago when Mr. Crutcher died. It was Angelina Jolie and Brad Pitt having divorce being a more trending topic than this. And that's just let you know how disgusting shit is in America.
They use this stuff to just all they forget about is about the divorce.
And I was listening to Colin Cowherd and he nailed it. And I give a shout out to all the white people who understand where we're coming from, the people who gets it. Who truly understand, and he said it best. He was I can't quote him for verbatim. I could try to paraphrase him, but he said along the lines of, I hate when people throw stats. It's like statistically, white people get killed more by the police. Statistically this, but he's like,
I saw that.
He's like, screw the stats. It's like me, like I don't know how it is to be black, but when they wake up in the morning and if they get pulled over the police, they're scared for their lives. Or they're gonna get shot or killed. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. It's like the stats. Okay, that's cool and all, but the thing is, it's like Colin Cowherd's like, I don't wake up in fear. For my life, you know what I mean? If I get pulled over, they do, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And the thing is, when people say, well, statistically, white people get killed more than black people, it's just the fact that you guys populate the nation more than we do. You idiot.
Because you're killing all of us. We're all dead.
What
the fuck?
Use that math, you know what I mean?
Right?
And stats are just based on math and things of what happened. But you can't discount intuition. You can't discount all that shit, the feeling of that. Like for all the white people who say that, like, dude, you guys do not have to wake up knowing that shit, I'm a fucking target. Right. And people say, oh, that's not true. That's all in your head. I'm like, motherfucker, you can't say that shit when I'm seeing all these dead niggas around me getting shot for nothing. And if it was just for if it was just for a minor infraction, like a fucking missed signal or motherfucker shoplifted a bag of chips from a liquor store. I mean, okay, have the punishment fitting for the crime, but not every crime committed by a black man should be punishable by death.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I don't understand. Like, what is it? Like, these cops are so nervous. Like, oh my God, I just want to go on administrative leave. Let me just fucking kill him. Or like, oh my God, I was so scared for my life. It's like, what the fuck you scared for, man? You a cop, man. You you put yourself out there knowing that you're putting yourself in harm's way. And if you want to go by statistics, statistically, a garbage man is more likely to get killed on his line of duty than a cop. Think about that again. So, any more things you guys want to talk about along the lines of El Cajon or
just as far as that whole thing? I'm just trying to figure. Like, I'm really trying to figure out like why this whole thing is going on the way it is, and I figured it came down to one or two reasons. Like, it's either a large amount of fear or a large amount of hate, and I'm not sure which one it is. Because like because it's one thing if a cop goes too far, like that's bad enough. But like you say, like a cop, like somebody's calling a cop, like I need your help, help me, and he's like, and his response is to kill you. It's like, are you that scared of a black man, or are you just that hateful towards a black man that you're just ready? Like what is the reason? I feel like people aren't honest enough. Like, at least like when you try to have these conversations with white people, they always, oh, racism is dead and he's this and that. Like, no one really says like, no one really says what the actual problem is. And like, if you're not real with the problem, it's like you're not going to get a solution because they're going to keep saying there's no problem. Just don't run the red light next time. Like they always say some little BS like that, but like until they're like honest with with why they're acting the way they're acting, like I don't know what to do. Like how you said before, you said we might just start pulling up guns and like, cause we're gonna need to figure out some way to get home from work without having any problems. And it's like, we can't do nothing. Like
can't do nothing. Like what can you do? Like pull you over. It's like I'll be scared like shitless, man. Like fucking getting pulled over it's for nothing.
Dude,
or even walking down. It's like, dude,
it was getting bad to the point. I remember when I lived in downtown. Sometimes I would just walk. I'm walking from point A to point B, and I would get looks. Just walking, bro.
Just walking.
Yeah.
I'm not even a car. I can't even make any legal turns. He probably looking at me like, "Ooh, I wish you just did something, some probable cause."
Man, see, I was telling him
because that's all what a cop needs is probable cause. You fit the description.
Shit, I remember me and Marco was in the car one time, man. And he just like there was a cop behind him and stuff like that. We were just going. I think we was going home and stuff like that. We were going downtown. But before we hit there, he just stopped. He just pulled over near a gas station.
Yep, that's some real shit. You just pull over near the gas station. This is before because a cop just hovering over you. You just pull over to the gas station. Like, I'm gonna get some gas.
Yeah, because this was before like it started like it was like it wasn't barely nothing going on, but still like he was like, I'm pulling over to this gas station. Didn't pump gas and then he just pulled over, went by the AM PM, let him go by. Cause they were just kind of like going for a while, and then he just pull out AM PM, and they just kept going, and then he's like, nope, I'm not even taking that risk. I'm like, fuck.
Yeah,
that's sad too, man.
Everybody knows about that.
Cause I went to SDSU a while ago, and while I was there, I think I got pulled over 5 times.
Damn.
Actually, not even pulled over. There was a time when like me and my friend had we had like an hour-long break in between classes, so this was like 05, 06, so like Lil Wayne's popping away. Like a new mixtape came out, so he had it, and that's when the CDs were popping across. So we had to go back to the car to listen to the CD. So we're sitting in the parking structure. The car's not even on. The CD's on. Cop pulls up behind us, checks his license, checks all this stuff because he heard we've had a lot of break-ins. So I'm like, who's gonna break into a car and just sit in the parking lot and listen to music while we're waiting? He called up another car, so there's a car behind us, and there's an expedition cop came up behind us. We had no problems. We weren't like yelling at him or anything. He checked our student IDs. He checked our real IDs. He ran the plates, made sure that was his car. We were stuck for like 20 minutes just to make sure we were good. That happened to me 3 times. I got pulled over leaving campus like 2 or 3 more times, which is ironic because my car got broken into twice at SDSU. So I'm the victim, even though I'm the one that's getting looked at as the car thief.
Yeah.
So like, and I try to tell people about them. They're like, well, you probably were looking a certain kind of like, nah, get out of here.
Like, always try to justify shit. That shit's so stupid.
And that's the thing about like race relations in the country. And I don't know if you guys listened to the debate about Donald Trump and Hillary Clinton talking about race relations.
God.
But both of them, you know what? Both of them just proved that it's just the fox or the wolf. Who would you rather have?
Right.
Would you rather have the wolf that's just going to tell you straight up, hey, I'm going to eat you? Or you're going to have the fox and be like, no, I'm not going to, I'll probably eat you later. I'm going to be nice to you now, but I'm going to eat you later. Like, what would you rather have? And because Donald Trump got called out on a lot of his racist past. Like, Hillary Clinton brought up the real estate shit, brought up all kinds of other shit on Donald. But Donald brought up that whole that drug act, the 92, back in 92 or something, calling black people super predators and all that shit. So they were basically just airing out each other's dirty laundry. And I'm just sitting here like,
yeah. The emails.
You know what? Fuck it. I'm like leaving that ballot blank. I'm like, I am. I'm sorry. And as far as voting, how do you guys feel about voting? Are you guys going to register to vote? Or are you guys going to, like, because for me, one moment I'm like, man, fuck voting because my vote is not going to count. But I'll probably say that on a federal level, but more on a local and state level. There's some shit that I have to look at, some propositions. And maybe it's not for me, but I have a 17-year-old little brother. So I have to see what I can possibly do to make his future better. And I think that's what we have to really instill in the black community. Maybe not about the fucking federal shit that goes on in D.C., but what we can control possibly in the state of California and locally here in San Diego if we continue to live here. Because they're the ones who creating these fucked up ass laws. They're the ones who creating all this like systemic racism to allow this shit to happen because we're not hitting these polls because we feel mentally defeated, just like in slavery. It's like, okay, keep the body strong, but keep them mentally defeated. And they've been doing that shit for centuries. They're the masters of that shit. No pun intended. But that's what I'm saying. We have to figure it out. And like I said, white supremacy is like a fucking genius thing because they got us down to religion, standards of beauty, how we treat other, how we see each other, how we treat white folks. You know what I mean? Like, it's crazy. And now to the moment now, people are starting to become quote unquote woke. They're starting to embrace their natural looks and natural hair and all that stuff. It seems like white America is being scared about it and fighting back with all these corporate guidelines, especially in the military. Like, black women can't wear their hair a certain way.
Oh, yeah. And then there's some jobs I heard that, like, if your hair is braided
or in dreads. Like, they're trying to fight back. And it's like, you know what? You know, that's why I feel like maybe that's why we need to invest in each other as black folks. We got to invest in black businesses. We have to invest in each other because at the end of the day, these motherfuckers don't want to fuck with us unless we're shooting hoops, scoring end zones. You know what I mean? Like, I never seen a bunch of white people care about a black man's needs ever in my life, but they can give a two shits about him if he was dead. Like you know, like the same Charger fans that booed Colin Kaepernick, he came out that tunnel, are the same Charger fans who are fucking crying over fucking Keenan Allen's knees right now. Ain't that shit funny? And I'm not saying that just particularly about Charger fans. I'm saying that about all NFL fans. You know what I mean? Because people get mad about these NFL players protesting because they're black and they're going through all these. They're trying to, you know, bring awareness to a situation. But yet these people are like, oh, you ungrateful niggers. You should be happy where you are.
And start playing some football and do what you
Shut the fuck up, nigger, and play some football. We're paying you millions of dollars.
That's what I was trying to be kind of interesting. Not in a bad way, but I used to watch like a lot of different documentaries and like a lot of Boston fans, well, just fans just all around the country, and you'll interview Ray Lewis or somebody, and they'll say like, yeah, I remember I ran to the sidelines and everyone in the stands was calling me a nigger and calling me this and calling me that and throwing banana peels at me, calling me a monkey.
The soccer games,
and then in the soccer games, and then but then I'm thinking to myself like, how are you gonna be that racist towards this black man when you're a football fan? So you love the Ravens, but the Ravens are 95% black too. So how do you feel about these guys that you love? You say, oh, I love like Steph Curry, or people in Oklahoma, like you want to call Kevin Durant a stupid nigger for leaving. It's like, well, you loved him before. So like, how does Russell Westbrook feel? It's like, well, you just called my brother a nigger because he left. So how do you really feel about me? So that's what kills me, like when you hear like, oh, we don't like this guy, but we like you though. It's like, well, how do you really feel? Like, that's
real.
Well, you know, speaking of athletics and NFL,
gosh, here we go.
Let's get to it.
Here we go.
Week 3. You know, during Podfest, right before we were checking out, Nessa was watching the Raiders-Titans game. She was pulling for the Titans to come up with a win. But she was getting pissed off because Marcus Mariota turned the ball over 3 times, threw 2 picks, fumbled the ball. And
excellent.
It was still kind of close. I don't know why the fuck we let it that close. We should have been blowing these niggas out. But hey, a win's a win. I had my shit out the way, so it was Nessa's turn for me to watch Nessa watch her Chargers play. And boy, let me tell you, the real loser in this game was the fucking table. That table got pounded so many times during the game. She was beating the shit out of that table like it owed her money. Like, goddamn, she was having gamer rage like El Presador.
And that was like not even like how I watch games and how I react to games. That's not how. Well, I mean, that's how I act, but it's actually a little bit more amplified. But they happen to sit a family next to us with kids. And by default, I work with kids. I've been working with kids for almost 10 years. So, you know, I'm just so used to it. Like when I'm around kids, you know, I have to watch my mouth, have to watch certain things. So, I mean, sometimes stuff would slip because I was really pissed. But I had to bite my tongue a few times because there's like children, like, and it's not like they were just at the table. They were like sitting right next to me. You know what I mean? Yeah. So it was hard watching a difficult game like that. And trying to bite my tongue. So they just only seen like the half of my rage. But afterwards, I was like,
oh man, she was hotter than fish grease. If you follow me on my Snap, man, she was hot.
I could just see her.
I was speaking to a Ravens fan when I was on the phone. Remember, I was walking. It was a Ravens fan because he want to be 3-0. Want to call me like, oh hey, no motherfucker, I know what you called me for. Get the fuck off my line.
Don't worry, we'll give him that one on the end.
Yeah, you guys got them this week.
They ain't going 4-0.
Yeah, nah.
They ain't going 4-0.
Nah,
I mean, of course, I don't want them to, but I mean, they're playing y'all, so I want them to. So it's kind of double-edged sword.
Well, in that case, I hope Drew Brees fuck y'all up.
Yeah. You know what? See, and they're 0-3, so they're 0-3, so they have more fight in them, I'm sure. So,
you know Drew Brees gonna come back to the Q with a fucking mission on a mission. Yeah. He gonna want to burn y'all motherfuckers.
He
might throw for 600s on y'all motherfuckers.
So I know. When you got fantasy, you probably gonna get 40 points.
I've been a Charger fan my whole life, man. Ever since second grade, they went to the Super Bowl. Like, I got my heart broken back then. I've been rooting. I learned though. Like, what was that game? Week 1, I think it was. We were playing. I think it was Kansas City, and we were up
this week. Oh yeah, let's not talk about that.
I gotta go back to it for a second because I work at Costco, and there are a whole bunch of people there that are like Charger fans. So everyone's cheering and high fiving in the third quarter, and I was like, it's not over yet. You probably
put the bad energy out there, David. That was you.
I'm happy, but I'm like, I need to know what's going on.
He wants to be a realist.
I need to know because there was that game a couple of years ago when the Broncos lost that they got that 30-point lead back. So I was like, let me just see what happens. And then I go on break. I come back 20 minutes later. We lose. So I was like, you know what? I've been around long enough. I know how the Chargers do.
Exactly. That's why the second.
I know how this movie ends.
Yep.
Yeah. That's why week 2. It was the same situation. We was blowing them out, but I was like, there's so much football left in this game. I'm not gonna count them out. I'm just hoping, everything works out. But enough about football.
Oh, what's that? It means you try to call something.
Yeah, hold on. He just hit me up just now.
I'm just waiting for basketball.
Yeah, already?
I'm the Charger fan, man. I know how this season's going to play out.
It's so stressful.
Oh, what's up, dude? What up? There's Easy. He calling in.
Yeah, what's happening?
Man, I swiped the wrong way, man. I'm supposed to swipe up.
We were talking about week 3 and how Nessa stormed out of Buffalo Wild Wings.
Y'all want to eat and be all merry and shit. Like, the fuck?
Yeah, we wanted to make sure the Chargers lost, remember? Remember that shit she was saying on week 2, right? I just want to sit there and make sure the game is over. I was like, I got to watch this game, too. Yeah.
She can have her special undergarments on.
Oh yeah.
She was ready. She was willing to wear some. She was ready to wear some dirty draws for these niggas to win.
You got a dirty loss.
Hey, but I didn't wear them, so that's why we lost.
Yep. See, there you go.
Don't worry, I'm watching them this week. I mean,
this week.
Well, I've been busy. I'm watching them this weekend, and I'm putting them on right before we play the Saints, the Aints. Right before we play the Aints.
All right.
The Aints.
That's what's up.
That was good. It was good, man. But yeah, man. What was the next?
LA Podfest.
Oh yeah, LA Podfest recap, man. What's your experience? What do you thought about LA Podfest?
It was very informational. Not really what I expected as far as like the fun factor because, there wasn't a lot of people our shade there.
Yeah.
Not really relatable.
Even though they did say they should have, they need more black people.
Yeah, that's all they was preaching.
They did preach more diversity there, so they need more black folks.
Yeah, they stressed that a lot. So
yeah,
that was kind of like message for us.
Yeah.
But yeah, other than that, it was more positive than anything else. It was a good look for us.
Yeah,
I feel.
Sure was.
Yep. So.
And then we had our first our first interview as guests on a podcast.
Yeah, shout outs to
Tea with Alice.
Australia.
Out there in Australia.
Show some love, man. Shout out
That's
to
dope.
Matt. Oh yeah, happy
Shout out,
birthday
sir.
to Matthew too. I mean Robert.
Rob.
Robert.
Get the Halls
Hey,
brothers.
hey, it's 5 of them. They all look alike. No, real shit. They all look alike. Just different ages. So,
Yeah.
but shout out to Robert. Yeah, happy birthday to you, man, over there in Australia.
Dude.
It's his birthday. Happy birthday. Oh wait, yeah, I told him happy birthday on Facebook. Yeah.
Yep. Straight out
Yeah, happy birthday,
Adelaide.
Robert.
So man, so
The angry Libra.
The Angry Libra.
Angry Libra. So I mean, what else? LA Podfest. From my experience, it was a lot of fun. Got to talk to a lot of people. You know, not to toot my own horn, but I was surprised how quick-witted and universal my humor can be with other folks that don't share the same shade or culture upbringing.
Message.
So
Right.
Message.
gotta stay eclectic out there, folks. Gotta read up on a lot of different shit. So when you're in the mood, when you're in a different area or a different type of people, you could still be yourself, but know how to adapt.
Yeah, people, I feel like those that actually like spoke with us, like they seemed like really interested in our podcast and what we had to offer. I mean, I don't know. It could be because like they were saying about that they needed more diversity or or something, but at the same time.
A lot. There's so many, basically. But
Yeah.
I don't know. They
That's
probably get the memo of the podcast. I don't think a lot of people
like
know
the
about
two
it.
things they were stressing is like, that for it to be more diverse and also like not too many women do podcasting. Like a lot of the panel, well, the few panels we did see, it was only one female, if that, you know what I mean? So I was like, oh, that's kind of like here, like I'm like the only female. So
Aisha Tyler's podcast.
Yeah, black and female,
Yep.
girl on guy. Yeah,
The soup. Talk soup.
yeah. She was on Talk Soup. She was Luna in the Boondocks. She was in Kanye's Slow Jams. She's very tall in person. I saw her at Comic-Con.
Yeah, she is.
Oh, that's tight.
She was on 24 too.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, as far as us being ourselves, yeah, like I agree. We have to present ourselves as ourselves. Like that's the only way. Well, not the only, but like
it is the only way.
People will accept us from being ourselves. Like, I mean, I'm not saying like when I say that, not the only way. I didn't say that. I'm just saying some people change themselves up.
Yeah.
I, on the other hand, will not. You know what I'm saying? But people will accept you for how you are because white people love like Charlie Murphy and shit, and that's a nigga. Like, I'm pretty sure they listen to our podcast. They know we're not G-rated unless we talking about like on some gangster shit. But
yeah, we're NSFW, and I let all my friends know.
This guy.
So, but yeah, man, I think Nessa's antsy. She got the itch.
Yeah, because people been hitting me like, oh, you got my question. I'm like, damn.
We ready for the questions.
part 3.
Yeah,
part 3.
Part 3.
Told you I got y'all, fellas. Time for the fellas. Their little questions and comments and concerns. I want to see if you guys agree with them or what's your take on this. So,
For sure.
this is coming from my boy Dion. He was talking about dating females with babies is tough. Is this true? Like women who have children.
Are we talking newborns, toddlers,
children in general?
Children. Dating women with children.
I think it's more tough when they are younger because they need more attention towards their children. Like when they're like in their teens and older, it's not really a big problem. In a relationship and you raising a child, I think that becomes difficult since it's from a house. You're dating someone outside of your children. Like that's not the dad or that's not the mom, etc.
Well, okay, so for me, it's like, okay, I know who I'm dating, and she has a child. I mean, a preteen at that. But I never met her preteen because it hasn't gotten that far. So I can't really speak on you know, how that's going to impact, you know, for our dating life so far. As far as that's concerned, it just depends on the situation. If, you know, if she's old enough to know, like, okay, I know mommy and daddy ain't going to get together anymore, and I still got to let mommy be happy, or I let daddy be happy, and, you know, I just have to accept the fact that what's going to happen. Because I remember as a kid, when I was a preteen, before my mom met my stepfather, I felt there was no other man in the world that should be with my mom than my own dad.
Same here, man.
That's how I felt. But as I got older, I'm like, you know what? You know, that shit ain't never going to happen. I can't let my mom sit here just be lonely and shit. And she got to go out there and have fun, too, just like the person who I'm dating has to have fun, too. So that's kind of hard to do with. Also, if the mom is not really present in the child's life. There was another mom that, she was like my fuck buddy on that one.
MILF.
But she wasn't really in her child's life, you know what I mean? Like, the father had custody. I'm not saying that she's a bad mom because dad had custody, baby. It's just that she was in an unstable environment to have full custody of her child. So I don't really try to judge people off of that. But yeah, it's a different dynamic though. But as we get older, as men in our 30s or late 20s, your dating pool when it comes to women with no kids gets smaller every year. So that's just the realization dudes gonna have to realize, our age or older, or even young dudes, you know, like when you're in your 20s, like, oh, she got a kid, you could bounce around find a whole bunch of girls in your 20s that don't have kids yet. But now when you're in your 30s, it gets real, man. They might even have teenagers and shit. So they might have, you know, you might try to get yourself a MILF who got grown ass kids, probably like, you know, you're 2 years older than he's, you know what I'm saying? This shit gets real out here. Any thoughts on that, David?
I think there's a problem with that. I think a lot of times, like, people jump to conclusions. Like, say, like, I meet a girl and like everything works out. Like, I date her like once, and then I find out that she has a kid. A lot of times people will just jump on and be like, I ain't ready to be no stepdaddy. I'm like, no one's asking you to be a stepdaddy, man.
Right.
Like, chill. Like, if she didn't have kids, you wouldn't be like, I'm not ready to be a husband. It's like, no, it's one date. Like, relax. You're not jumping in to babysit. Like, like, I think a lot of people get scared when they see the kid and then they start like running.
I don't think
away.
it's the kid that scares them. It's probably dealing with the baby dad that kind of scares them.
Actually, yeah.
That's
true.
one of the things too, is with the baby dads. And if you know, baby dad's locked up and stuff, like, you know what, I'm good.
I think the proper etiquette is, though, if you're going to be involved in the child's life, I think there is a man etiquette that you're supposed to step in, like, you know, check in with the father. Not, it doesn't regardless of how the mother feels, the one that you're dating feels about it, but out of respect for that man, like, hey, you know, because a man don't want to be like, man, who's this random ass motherfucker around my kid?
Get out of
you
here,
know what I mean? So like, you gotta check in. You kind of, you know what I'm saying? It's kind of like,
look, I'm not here to replace you. That's not what I'm trying to do.
Yeah, same. I mean, for me, like when I was a kid, you know.
I mean, what about like the deadbeats though? Like, you're not gonna check in with a deadbeat.
That's a good question with a deadbeat.
It depends on the situation. With
like,
it,
if he's like out of state and he has no connection, no thing, like, no, he doesn't want nothing to do with the child, then fuck that. But if he's paying alimony, child support, he has visitation rights, you gotta check in, homie.
Yeah.
You definitely do.
But then he wouldn't be a deadbeat.
No, I'm just saying with the situation. If he was a deadbeat, like, if he was a deadbeat, then maybe you don't need to check in. But if he's still a part of the child's life, one way, shape, or form,
you still have to check in.
Like, even if he was a deadbeat, like, don't even check in, but at least like have a conversation.
Yeah,
one
over the phone, but like, hey,
I'm with your woman now.
I'm with your woman now.
I got your bitch.
It's like, you know, I'm the new nigga.
Yeah, like, because you don't want him to like decide like 5 years later I'm gonna come over and like I'm gonna see my son, and then some random dude just opens the door. Like, who's this nigga? Like, you need to at least say like,
yeah,
I'm gonna be around your son.
Yeah.
You don't want to be around the school, but I'm just letting you know.
This just in. I'm your. Yeah. I've been in a situation. I was a kid. I was like 4 or 5. My mom and dad got divorced and stuff, and so my dad went up to marry my stepmom, and it's just me, my sister, my mom. So she brought a lot of boyfriends, and I thought to myself, I'm like, only my dad can go with my mom, nobody else. Whoever this guy is, fuck that dude. You know what I'm saying? So like, that's how I had the mentality too, because she started dating too. But I don't want my mom to be lonely and stuff. It's me, my sis, my mom, so she started dating other guys and stuff like that, and I was like, oh, who the fuck are you? You know what I'm saying? Because I was the man, I was only a man in the house, so I'm like, I don't know, fucking. And my dad was the same way too.
I don't know, man.
So
just ask Jody off of Baby Boy. That's how you felt when you saw Melvin. He's like, who the fuck is this boy ass nigga? Fucking my mom's doing bunny rabbit and hops and shit, fucking making breakfast
making
and
pancakes
and shit. Butt ass naked, drinking all the fucking Kool-Aid. Who the fuck is this nigga? You know
that's how I feel too. Cause I'm getting like, who the fuck are you, man? You all fucking like on watching TV on the couch. Who are you? Like, you're sitting in my fucking spot. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, real funny story though, man. It's just like I remember this. He knew I like to play video games and shit like that. So he bought me a Blockbuster game. So I'm like, okay, nigga got brownie points. You know what I'm saying? It's all good. So after that, so he's thinking I'll never forget. It was Jurassic Park for Sega Genesis, and I was like getting ready. So I was in love on stuff. The next day, I couldn't find it. I'm like, where the fuck it go? And he said, oh, he took it back. I'm like, what? It's a week.
What?
I told my mom. I said, Mom, get
rid of him
right now. I was so fucking mad, dude.
Get rid of him.
I was like, nigga. You took the game back. You supposed to take it 7 days, not the next day. And I had good grades back then. I was like, man, fuck that shit. I know I didn't know some shit wrong. I mean, good. So that was some bullshit. And then so the next day I told my mom, I'm like, Mom, get rid of him. She said, he's a nice person. I don't give a fuck, Mom. I didn't say that, of course, but I was like, I was so pissed off. So yeah.
We'll go ahead and keep it moving with the next question.
The next question. Why? Okay, y'all know I don't say the N word, but it says, why are side N words and side bitches at an all-time high? Do you believe people are afraid to put themselves out there for one person?
I don't believe that side N words and side B words are at an all-time high. I think that social media and just posting your entire life story constantly is what makes it seem that way. Because I feel like, honestly, like I heard that Chris Rock made a joke one time. He said, like, back in the day, in like the 50s, you can just like move down the street and like never see your wife again and get like a brand new life and all that, because it's like you're not gonna see me. Like I could be in the same city and you'll never see me. But like with Instagram and Facebook, you put everything up to be seen. That's how people get caught up. But I think I think that whole side chick, side dude thing, I think that's been an issue. It's just been
Nessa, can you ask Emezi the question again? Because he didn't hear it the first time.
Why are side N-words and side bitches at an all-time high? Do you believe people are afraid to put themselves out there for one person?
He's thinking.
Ponder.
Or is he buffering?
Ponder. Is he
buffering?
I'm not buffering, homie. Pause, bro. Nah, you know what?
Clock lines,
I agree
but
with David as far as like the social media thing. Like, I think because of social media, we see it more. I think it's maybe risen in numbers, smidget, not too much. I think it's always kind of been that way since maybe, I don't know, early 2000s. Before that, I think everybody was more traditional.
Yeah.
You know.
I think it's the fact that people are afraid to be played, so they try to play each other. It's like a never-ending cycle. It's like, oh, but what if she try to play me? Nah, fuck that. I gotta make moves real quick. Let me holler at this one girl just in case this girl doesn't work out. Because, dudes are afraid to get their heart broken. That's what it is.
Plan B.
It comes down to the fact that people are scared to get their heart broken and lay it out on the line. And that's where it really stems from. Like, y'all just scared. You know what I mean? Y'all scared. I mean, it's easy for a man or easy for a woman to have multiple people on their phone and their, on their list, and have, as Ty Dolla $ign would say, horses in the stable that you can ride every time, when you're ready. But the thing is, y'all just scared. Y'all scared to commit to one person. Trust me, it's not easy. It's not easy to commit to one person. Even just dating one girl. You look at you go to the gym, and you're like, God damn, but what about this one? Oh, what about this one? fuck, feel like you're missing out, but you're not really missing out.
Not to mention the fact that when y'all start dating, I mean, it goes both ways, but a lot of times when you guys start dating or whatnot, all of a sudden, all these bitches come out from the woodworks and just be like, oh, hey, what's good? You looking mighty sexy. All of a sudden, it's like,
you look mighty happy. I want your happiness.
Yep, that's pretty much it. I mean, I don't know nothing about that. I'm just saying.
You'll find out soon.
I love your vibes.
They're pretty
positive. So what's up with the next one?
All right. So the next one is, from David.
Okay.
He was talking about how, like, when women have issues, you know, and the guys would ask, like, you know, what's wrong? And then we'd be like, nothing, you know? And then, you know, people like, are you sure? Because, like, you know, I know how you are. Like, you know, obviously something's wrong. Like, what's wrong? And then the bitch be like, nothing. Then they want to wait like 3-4 days or like a week later and like, oh, you know, it's funny that, you know, you find it, you know, blah, 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 whatever. He's like, he said at that point, he's like, I don't care how you feel right now because I asked you like 3-4 days ago when I actually cared.
Okay. There's only one person who can answer that. This nigga that's holding the phone right now. Take it away, Marco. The floor is yours.
Like from experience, man. When you say like there's something wrong, they just say nothing, and you're just like there's something wrong. And then so you know how men are. Men is like, well, fuck it, nothing wrong. I'm gonna keep on going my day. I'm gonna keep going on with my day. Next thing you know, it's like you don't really want to talk to me anymore. Like you don't want to say nothing. Like, chick, I just fucking asked you a question. That something was wrong with you. You said no. Like I can't just. I'm not Professor Xavier. I'm not Jean Grey. I can't fucking read your mind. I'm not a telepath. I can't just dive into your mind and just know like, okay, pull this out, pull that out. Like
Miss Cleo.
Avant. I was about to say that. Avant.
I'm not Avant. You know, it's like you have to talk. If something's wrong right then and there, ladies, say it. Because as men, we're gonna be like, okay, you say nothing. We're literal. We're like, okay, cool. We're gonna get back on whatever we're doing. If we're hanging out with the boys or we're playing on the sticks online or whatever, we're gonna get back to what we're gonna do because that's how men do.
Yeah.
So, ladies,
please let us know.
Let us know.
We are
right
idiots.
Yeah, pretty much.
We're dumb. We keep going our way.
Keep it simple. Y'all can't keep saying like, oh, nothing's wrong. And now you got to make a guy think, and that's the last thing men want to fucking do is think.
Right?
If we want to do,
think about what you were doing last week.
You had to think about last week, the last minute.
Yeah.
Did I leave the seat up? No. Let me check that. Did I leave something that's rotten, spoiled? No, I didn't do that.
Did I squeeze the toothpaste in the middle?
Right.
Yeah.
So which leads me into David. David's theory on.
Oh, you will smell that.
Yeah. that's a given.
David's theory on, you know, us accepting of men being dumb and females being crazy. So speak on that, your little theory.
Oh, okay. David has a theory.
Floor is yours.
I low-key forgot it. I think a big issue involving like the problems with men and women, why they always tend to be like at odds with each other. I feel like we this is gonna sound kind of messed up, but I feel like women give us too much credit because they think that we're smarter than we are. And I think sometimes we tend to give women a little bit too much credit because we don't think that they could like go to the places that they go. Like when you think just a lot of times I always hear like women saying like, oh, he can't be that dumb. I'm like, yeah, no, sometimes we are. Like, yeah, just understand like sometimes like we will be that stupid. Like like I just remember like one thing, for example, like LeBron James liked some girl's picture on Instagram. LeBron James got like 40 million followers. He knows people are gonna see it. It got to like Sports Center, like World Star reposted it. The girl got dropped out of college and tried to become a model because LeBron thinks she's cute. Like, and then,
but all he did was like
one picture, right? And then everyone, you think about it, it's like LeBron, you can't be that dumb to like a picture like no one's gonna notice. It's like, no, he is that dumb because he's just a dude. Like he was scrolling through, he said, oh, she look cute, tap. But
double tap.
And people on like blogs talking about like, is his marriage over? Is there trouble? Like, nah, it's not that serious. He was just a dumb dude that was just scrolling through Instagram and saw that, but.
That's fucking.
We sometimes do dumber things than expected, and I know so many dudes who've had like cars keyed and like windshields busted and like that. Those songs are real. Like I know a lot of situations like that, and dudes don't think that the dumb things that they do are gonna lead to women doing some really crazy things, and they really do lead to doing some really crazy things. Like I'm definitely won't drop any names here, but I had a situation where some girl was messing with a married man.
Yeah, we don't do that here.
Yeah, definitely won't do that. But like, so girl A, so some girl was messing with this dude, but he was married, and she was like sending him like some like really really inappropriate pictures. His wife found that out. Somehow she got into that girl's email and sent those pictures to all of her contacts.
Oh,
coworkers, family, mom, daughter, dad, grandpa, aunt, all that stuff.
Damn,
like,
damn!
This is
everybody got it.
And see,
and she thinking to himself,
like
she thinking
super
to herself,
counter,
and like no one would think like someone would just be that crazy to just like put her on blast like that.
See, but females know that, but dudes don't. Because like I said, who was I talking to about that? About the situation where I was kind of like messing with a married man, but I didn't know he was married until later, because like I said, I think I mentioned to you, like, you know, because I don't do my homework, because I just give people the benefit of the doubt. I figure, you know, if you're trying to get to know me, you know, all that stuff.
On the behalf of other men out there, niggas ain't shit.
I'm already knowing. So, you know, we would, you know, send, you know, inappropriate pictures or whatever here and there. So when I found out about the situation with his wife, I was like, delete all my pictures. And he was like, but you send them to me. I said, I did. That's before I knew that you had a wife. I said, now you have to delete it, because you never know if she finds that shit. I work with kids. Like, I mean, not that I don't care about anything else, but I work with kids. Like, I don't want to be blackmailed, nothing. I was like, you don't know. And she's your wife. She's not just a crazy bitch. Like, she's your wife, which means that her crazy level is a tad bit higher than just your girlfriend. You know what I mean?
And her hit 'em up style will be a lot
and
worse.
they have kids together.
Yeah. She will go for the
They
wallet,
have 3 kids.
Your livelihood. She won't go for everything.
I'm like, I'm trying to, even though I'm trying to protect me, I'm also trying to protect you. Like, that's what I was trying to, I was like, you have kids, you don't want to be, you know, she can take the kids away from you. You have a lot more to lose than I do, but I do want to protect myself as well. But like, only females know how crazy females can get. And guys don't understand that.
See, fellas, that's when you're thinking with your dick too damn much.
See,
fuck you guys.
Damn, LeBron.
Thinking with the wrong head.
Yeah. This thing put a like on there. Ooh, she looks cute.
Yeah. Before the double taps, before the second tap even happens, SportsCenter's already on it. You got Steven and Skip already arguing about it and shit before Skip left. I can see it. I can see like.
Oh, good. Do it.
I
Michael,
can see Skip. LeBron is too busy liking girls' pictures. Skip. No. I want to talk about that, Skip. I want to talk about is LeBron James being the best player in the world. Oh, no, Skip. I don't care. I don't care if he liked another picture. Clearly, he's just being a man.
Yes, he was 12 and 24 the other night, but it doesn't matter. He's still the best player in the NBA. If he like a picture, he can like a picture. But I apostrophize many people when got into this thing, this immaculate decision that he made. Clearly.
I promise you, if they lost, they'd find a way to say that was the reason.
Yep.
They really would. Like,
yeah, they would reach. They would definitely reach, man. You got any more questions?
Yes.
Because I do have a bonus question.
Dating theory. David's dating theory.
Oh.
So remember, remember you mentioned to me if I wanted to like ask the dude a question, to ask him what his views are on the 3 words: talking, dating, and relationship, right?
Yeah. For that, I still don't even know that part. But as far as like hanging out versus dating, though, okay, yeah.
Yes, let's hear it.
Hanging out versus dating.
Hanging out versus dating.
I really like this concept. I never thought about it, but go ahead.
So basically, I'm a real shy guy. So back in when I was like 19, 20, I met a girl upstate. I was like, yo, she real cute, she cool, this and that. So I was like, I wanted to ask her out. But I was too shy. I was too nervous that she was going to turn me down. So instead of saying, can I take you out? I was like, you want to hang out? You want to kick it? You want to go to the elevator? You want to go get something to eat? Like, so I was like always trying to keep it like cool and cordial. But like in my mind, after like a month or two, I was like, oh, we're talking. We're together. So dudes are asking me stuff. Oh, yeah, that's about to be my girl, this and that.
That's babe.
Like 4 months down the line, turns out that I was just a ride to like Cold Stone. I was just a ride to a movie. In her mind, she was like, nah, that's the homie. We kicking it. But in my mind, it's like, no, we've been dating. It's like, no, those weren't dates. We were just hanging out. And that's when I was confused. I was like, yo, so what's the difference between hanging out, kicking it, date? Like, what does that mean? And from what I've figured out, well, at least from the way that I deal with it, if I say that we're going to hang out, it's something that we are going to do together. Where it's like I say, let's hang out. Let us go hang out. Let's go kick it. Like I'll do that with like my homegirls, like my sisters, like whatever. Like we're hanging out. But if it's like a date, the way you know a difference where it's like, this is my plan. I want to take you out. So I'm going to plan this. I'm going to set this up. I'm going to give you a time. I'm going to pick you up. And the reason why I'm paying is because I appreciate the fact that you said yes. Because you didn't have to be here. I came to you with a proposition, like, I want to take you out. And since you said yes, I'm going to, I know honor that sounds like a little extra, but I'm going to honor that by, like, taking care of the bill, taking care of the plans, taking care of all that to where it's not just, like, two people just kicking it. Not, like, no Netflix and chill, no nothing like that. Like, an actual, like, I am planning this out. So, usually when you hear someone say, like, oh, you guys, like, dating? Or you guys, like, just hanging out? It's like, well, you guys just kicking it, or like, do you get that like, hey, what you doing tomorrow? Like, you wanna come over? Like, nah, like an actual date is like a little more like formal, at least in the way you go about it. I think. So
my question is, because basically she friends on you, what were the things that you did to give her?
I'm not bitter.
To like, what
Damn,
were the
Marco.
things? No. I'm just trying to.
Nothing is safe. The jig is up.
It's like, okay, well, speaking of which, you got friends on, buddy.
No.
My question
I'm trying to figure out
joking.
what he did or did not do to make you land there. So wasn't that the fact that you didn't try to make a move physically, or did you try to put it in her ear, like, you know, instead of just like, because the way you came was like on friendly stuff, you know what I mean? Like you were like, okay,
baby steps,
just hang out, and then I don't know if you made the. Oh, was that Mark? Easy?
I said that. Yeah, that was the first mistake, man. You don't come off platonic. I mean, you can start with that, but you eventually have to show something like.
Well, that's what he was saying. He was saying because like he came at it like more platonic because you're the female's more likely to say yes
because
as opposed
more likely to say no. But like women like to play. See, like women have to understand if a guy approaches you and asks you out, even if it's just like for Cold Stone or something, it's not like he's like, hey, I'm trying to be your friend. No, fuck no. This man is a man. He has a penis. He wants to use it when he sees an attractive woman.
You look interesting.
Friends.
That's what he was saying. That's what he was telling me about that.
He's like, I have many of them.
I don't understand when women. I don't understand when women like think or even fathom the fact that like, oh, we could just, you know. He just come up. Oh, he's so friendly. He just want to be my friend. Really, bitch?
Nah.
Really?
I got my boys. I got friends.
Yeah, I got friends.
Like one of the things that stood out to me was he was saying like no one goes searching for new friends.
Yeah.
You don't search for friends. Like you got friends. Like however you guys met, like you didn't look out. You didn't see him like, hey, I'm gonna be your friend. I was like, y'all met someone.
I choose you.
Yeah,
You're gonna be my friend.
Y'all just became friends. So for you to approach someone to be your friend, like, nah, you ain't trying to be my friend.
But yeah, I mean, I'm pretty sure you probably learned the lesson after that.
Yeah.
But just after that, man, just be straight up interested and see what happens. Or even if it's platonic, you just gotta pick up vibes and see how she reacts if you put your hand behind her back or if she does that. I mean, body language is a dead giveaway. A dead giveaway too. If you could pick up on that, it's not like I feel like I'm giving dating advice, but you know, I just hate seeing the homies, even though I don't know them that well.
Guy code.
But just my fellow man get friend zoned because of something that he just probably just the little step that he just forgot.
But that's what I was saying. Like it's a communication thing.
Yeah,
because
that was the biggest issue.
you know he's going around
Verbal
telling his homies
non-verbal,
like, yeah, this is my chick, pretty much, and she's just like, nah, that's the homie.
Yeah,
Because I do that a lot. I got a lot of homies that
we just going to Cold Stones. That's all we're doing.
Yeah. You know what I mean?
And he paying. And
like I said, women have different men for different positions.
Yep.
You were the Cold Stone nigga.
Yep. See? Damn it, Marco.
But
and she probably had, you know, it easy getting up.
but some I feel like now that I'm only speaking for myself, I'm only speaking from experience. I feel like some guys they kind of like accepted it, like they learned to accept their roles in a sense, because
that's when you accept defeat.
Because guys like they'll hit me up and then they'll be like, oh, you want to hang out, whatever, blah blah blah. I'm like, well, they're like, don't worry, there'll be food there, and I'm like, all right, cool. Like, no, and this is real shit. This is real shit. Like, I cannot make this up.
Nessa got a taco shop, nigga.
I got a few of them.
I got a carne asada burrito, nigga.
Yeah. Horses in the stable. Yeah. All kinds of horses. Taco shop.
I got an ice cream nigga, too.
Ice cream. Concerts. Amusement parks. Fly out.
Oh, yeah.
Workout buddies.
I got a hotel.
Man, that's when I knew it was over too. I took it to an Alicia Keys concert.
Oh, see, and remember you said that.
And that's when I realized I was like, you know what? I'm just wasting my damn money.
Yeah, remember but it wasn't a first date though, right?
That one,
the Alicia Keys.
No, that was like at the end of it all.
Oh, okay. Because
Marco
had mentioned.
When you thought you sealed the deal, basically.
Yeah, no. Keep in mind though, this was like almost a decade ago. So like, I've learned from my mistakes. You know, but
in
man,
his 20s, you know what I mean.
To all the youngins out there,
please
learn this lesson.
No crying on the first date.
Don't
be spending too much money on these bitches when there's a communication error. When you think that you guys are building towards something, and you're really not. you just learning what role you play. What else? What else?
Man, that's why you just gotta. Sometimes you just gotta you gotta play with their imagination. Sometimes maybe you gotta around her. You gotta talk about other chicks that you smashed to get her a little curious. He's like, yeah, man, this one girl, she fucking scratched my back from what? We were fucking the other night. You know, it piques her interest.
That will tell you exactly.
It'll pique her interest. It may not obviously, but in the back of her mind, she's like, I kind of wonder what this nigga be like.
And then you're in.
So fellas, share a sex story to a platonic friend, see how she feels about you.
It's the icebreaker, folks.
Okay, there's another question.
Another question?
Yeah. Wait, what he say?
Oh, what's that, Emiji?
I said curiosity may kill a cat.
Yeah,
literally. The other question was, if you are trying to get at a female who's talking to multiple men, talking again, whatever you guys define as talking, which I do not like that word, but anyways,
chat.
You know, if you know she's talking to multiple men. When is enough? When you're just like, you know what, should I shoot my shot or should I just fuck it?
Just leave her alone, charge her to the game, or just still play?
Take the L.
I don't know. It depends how bad you want her. It depends how, competitive you are as a man. Like me, I know I'm not that competitive. I'm not going to sit there and try to jump hurdles. And, if she wants me, that's cool. But evidently, everyone's competing it knowingly or unknowingly. You know what I mean? You could be talking to some guy that you like, but if he chooses you, you probably beat out every other chick that try to get at him, and you not even knowing that.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the same way with guys. Guys, some chick, maybe that you're talking to, and you guys having a good time. And little do you know, you probably beat out fucking 50 dudes who try to get at her.
50.
It be it might think I'm exaggerating, but it might be 50.
You got the golden ticket, friend.
You go to Instagram, you see a girl and she got 200 likes. I'm sure half of that is dudes that are trying.
What?
In a competition.
Yeah.
like when you talking to somebody, like when I think about it myself, if I'm talking to somebody and she's in competition with other girls, how is that when I'm just focused on talking to her? It's like I'm not worried about other girls doing stuff for me or trying to get at me. You know, so it's not really her being in competition. I wouldn't say that. That's why I never understood it, you know, just from my point of view.
Oh, okay. I mean, that's why I said knowingly or unknowingly they're in competition, regardless whether they like it or not.
Right.
Like it's just gonna happen. You know what I mean? Like, or some girls will find it kind of like little, like from several encounters with, you know, dating seriously, casually, in the dating circle. Like, there'll be girls like who I'll be hanging out with, and they show their Snapchat DMs. He's like, damn, you lit out here. Are you trying to let me know, like, I could be replaced anytime? Or the fact that you just out here popping? You know what I mean? Like, what is this question? Like, what are you trying to tell me? Like, you're a good catch, or like what's really going on? So
I'm working.
I got dudes on deck.
You know, like I got dudes on deck. I get dick appointment offers every single time.
Because I mean, I get what he's saying, because like you know, for instance, with me, if I'm feeling somebody, like I focus on that person.
It's like, look, nigga, look how many hoes I'm dropping for your ass. You better act right.
But that goes unsaid, and the reason why I say that is because I don't, like, you know, when you guys were like, Nessa, you got all these, and I'm like, no, I really don't. Like, my shit be hella dry. Shit. You know, and I'm talking about in all aspects.
David's like, get the fuck out of here.
Hey, thank you.
Even David's like,
thank you. You are the fourth one to agree to this situation.
But see,
Nessa, I have to say the jig is up.
Exactly.
Okay, no, but okay, so I'll be focused on that one person, so everybody else doesn't matter. Like, they're non-factors. Yeah. You know what I mean? But when I realized there, for instance, my past situation, my most recent situation, right, when I found out we wasn't on the same page, I was like, damn. Not like, oh, I was loyal to somebody, you know, he didn't deserve it, because I that's just how I am. You know, that's the way I carry myself. But I'm just kind of like, damn. Well, these dudes that just wants me to sit on their face, like, I'm like, I could have been sitting on motherfucking faces right now, but instead I'm just like, but I like you, so I didn't. No, real shit. I mean,
no, she's telling the truth.
This is serious, you know, but. Yeah. But I don't just be going and sitting on random faces. But sometimes, like, after this situation, I'm just like, yo. I mean, I don't be getting it as often as people think. That's disgusting. Okay.
That's funny. He said musical chairs.
But see,
damn it, man.
But I don't be getting it as often as people think I do. But after the situation, sometimes I'm kind of just like, damn, maybe I do want to play some damn musical fucking chairs. Like, damn.
Oh, no.
But I
won't. We just made a new term for this. We just made a new term.
Y'all are too much right now. Y'all are too much.
I'm sorry.
That was a bad visual in my head.
Yeah, me too. I have a visual in my head too. You just walking around. And
our listeners will always gonna have a new fucking way of thinking about musical chairs. You heard it here from the Jig Is Up podcast.
Jig Is Up exclusive.
Don't worry, no musical chairs. I'm waiting for David to ask me out on a date.
Me?
Oh, he woke up. He woke up. He's like, huh?
Did Nessa just set you up so they could get a date?
Hey, I'm trying to get out of my comfort zone. Oh, how about this? How about this? Even though, what did it say? I posted the September, it being, you know, take a man on a date. Right. Even though there's one more day left. How about I take you out on a date, David? Would you like to go on a date with me?
No. Only a
See, I get rejected.
No. In all honesty, I would love to though.
Aww.
Look at this.
You heard it, folks.
Hey, that
only in the Jig
Hey, that was fake though. That wasn't a real thing.
Got me feeling like Lex Luthor up in this motherfucker.
No, I want to be asked out on a date. Like, how's my first time me asking someone out on a date? Like, that's not cool. I'm 30 years old and I'm fucking over here asking dudes out on a date. Not saying I'm desperate, but damn, that makes me sound desperate.
What's that, Easy?
You're not old.
Yeah, you're not old.
You're not old.
We're
My biological clock is ticking, y'all.
On musical chairs, I'd call it Duck Goose.
I hate
That way
you.
you hit all of them.
Duck, Goose. Oh man,
Is Goose the dick?
oh, you know what?
You know how like you tap their heads and then after that you
you
have to chase you?
It's like duck, goose. I don't know.
Oh man,
You stupid.
these niggas. I can't with these niggas right now.
Okay, what's
Hey,
a fake?
you
If you
want
really want to go
musical
on a
chairs?
date with me, that would be awesome, David.
I'm down.
All right.
Definitely.
All right,
Hey, you the
Nessa
one with,
got a date
Yay.
with David. You're gonna tell how it went. Nothing
next
to say.
week.
Hey. Hey, but after I put that post, I did get a few people asking for me to be their for me to take them out on a date.
No,
So-
they're just musical chairs.
They're musical
for now,
chairs.
For
Yeah.
now.
Playing music.
I hate you guys. Fucking childhood games ruined. Musical chairs.
So-
like the
Next
Goose.
time I ever go to a kid's birthday party, I'm gonna start laughing. Don't play musical chairs. Man.
You too young.
Don't do that.
Pinata.
I was just going next week when it's like, so who's the goose?
You know, motherfuckers be like, yo, man, I got this hot date, man. We're gonna play pin the tail on the donkey.
Oh, hell.
Anyway.
And we already know who the donkey is. Just saying.
You stupid.
Oh man,
Just
shoot. I
corrupting
mean,
all
we gotta.
childhoods,
Shit, we gotta get ready to go though, man. Time is flying. The bonus questions we'll answer them next week, or maybe
Is it
I'll
quick?
sneak. Maybe let me sneak one in there.
How many
Is
bonus
it-
questions?
It was just two.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
let me sneak one, or let me look on the.
Well, how much time we have left?
We're probably a little over, but we're just gonna just real quick. Oh, who got the
Yeah,
Jig Is Up podcast Instagram open? Because I got kicked out.
The jig is up.
The jig is up, Marco.
Nothing
You got
to
kicked
say.
out.
Damn you, Killian!
86th. No, I changed the password.
Wait, like it has to be like
It's on Instagram?
in our actual thing?
Isn't the Jig Is Up
Okay.
DMs.
DMs? Yeah.
Oh, okay. Down
It
with the
goes
DM.
down.
I know, right?
All right, let me go ahead and do it.
How do I
Sign out.
DMs? I'm here, but how do
This is
I
an intermission,
get it?
folks.
I'm here. I beat you guys. Oh, never mind.
Uh,
All right.
Android wins again.
All right. So this is from a woman, from a woman's perspective. If you go on a date with a girl and the guys hit it,
He already laughing.
I was like, if you guys go on a date with a girl and you guys hit it off, you guys connect emotionally and she sleeps with you right away, is that an automatic thought label?
Dun dun dun. I'd like to know.
So is she a thought that she slept with you on the first night, even if you guys connected vibes and all that good shit? This day and age, I don't think it is, man. It's kind of like you got to think about Andre 3000, man. You think about like, well, you know what she want out of life. You know what I mean? Like, that's what it is. I mean, people ain't got no time to wait. Women are just as horny as men. So, do I think she's a thought for that? No, but if she's like letting a whole bunch of other dudes sleep around, shooting up the club and going raw dog, then maybe she has to reevaluate the situation. But if it's just like going on a date and she really connected with that person, I don't see anything wrong with it. What about you, Ness?
Oh, me?
Yeah.
Wait, I want to hear all the guys first.
Oh, the guys first. Okay.
What do you? Yeah. What is your? Because I want to hear you guys first.
I saw somebody post. I don't want to generalize women, but I feel like women do make a lot of like really over the top Instagram like captions and whatnot, or memes or whatever. So I saw somebody post one that I actually I thought was kind of cool. That said, someone said like, it's cool when the thirst is mutual or something like that. Because like it's always like annoying if like a dude is real thirsty for you or if somebody's always blowing me up or something like that. Like it kind of gets kind of weird. But like if you're quote unquote thirsty for each other, then there's just like a really mutual attraction to each other. So I feel like if you guys mutually feel that connection emotionally, physically, and all that stuff, and that ends up happening at the end of the night, then I wouldn't call that like a thought label. Like a thought label is when you're just minding your own business and just a girl is like, oh, you're tall, you want to come over? I'm like, no, I don't want to come over. Like that's when you got to put that in there. But if it's like a mutual thing, I don't think so.
Or like if you guys are vibing and then like if she just starts throwing like sexual references out there, would you? How is that? Like how do you guys take that?
That's a dead giveaway, actually.
I mean, if it's like references, like jokes or whatever, like it's cool. But like if you start getting like, it's when you start getting serious and like trying to like really like
vibe.
Yeah.
And then she really trying to not.
Yeah. Because like
vibe on that joystick.
Because like I'm
like
I'm definitely not like I'm no celebrity and I don't have groupies or nothing like that. But I do like perform. I play piano, so I've played around like downtown, different places. And there have been a couple of times where, like, as I'm packing up my piano.
Oh yeah, we didn't even introduce you, but go ahead, my bad.
But like I'm just over here, I'm just playing keys, I'm minding my own business, and then you said what?
Fans, you got fans.
Oh yeah, fans. There we go. I like that. I got some fans. So like I'm just over there just packing up, and then just like a girl would just walk up and be like, "Hey, you single?" I'm like,
"What?" Yeah. People are bold like
"What's your
that?
name?" I'm like, "I'm David." She's like, "Let me get your number."
Damn.
I give them the number, and then like that night, they're like, "Hey, you want to come over?" And I'm just like, "I don't even know you. I don't know your last name. I don't know where you're from." Like when that happens, that gets a thought label. When you're just over the top, like just jumping like steps 1 through 9 and just going to 10, like that's when you would thought. But like if it's just like a mutual thing, nah, you good.
All right, what about you, Amizi? Look like you got something to say.
No, I don't. I didn't even hear the question. I'm just listening to y'all responses.
Oh, okay. Well, basically, you say if you guys go on a date with a girl and you guys hit it off, connect emotionally, and she sleeps with you right away, is that an automatic thought label?
Nah.
Nah.
If y'all connected, you know, if y'all like really connected, then nah, it's not that thing, because it's like what y'all saying. Like if she's like bullheaded going after you, then it's a different thing. But if y'all connecting, that means y'all both in the same mentality, and it can go either way. Like y'all both with it. So
yeah,
I don't think it is.
Ooh, man, I got an extra good second question, but I don't know if I should save it for Nay later or just get it out the way.
Wait, can I say my piece? Dang. Okay.
Oh, go ahead, Nessa.
I mean, it never really crosses my mind until, I guess after the fact if things don't work out. But, like, for instance, I connected with the dude. We smashed. And then we went from... And I honestly thought that... How do I say this? Not that he would think of me as a thought, but it was kind of like, okay, it's just a weekend fling. Like, you know, he got what he wanted. I guess I got what I wanted. You know, we cool and keep it pushing. And, come to find out, like, the whole weekend we ended up kicking out. Just like, okay. And then he wanted to, like, still talk to me and this, and that. And all of a sudden, we're planning on moving out to see each other. So I was just like, well, damn. Because I'm thinking, like,
yeah.
I guess I'm so used to, like, situations like that thinking it's just a fuck, you know, and I'm okay with that if that's what you want, you know, because like you were saying, like, some females, they may want the same thing as you guys, are just keep it honest, you know, and I guess he never really put it out there, but I just assumed because I'm used to that being the situation that I don't know, I didn't think that it could be, and it couldn't possibly be anything more than what it was, and it ended up sort of, you know, being more than that. And then, shit didn't work out. But I get what she's saying, like how, you know, you would think that. But if the guy disappears, then you already know what's up. But if he keeps you around, then
ghosting.
Ghosting is a motherfucker. I never really experienced it, but I heard that shit be hella trifling.
But I think the next question I'm definitely gonna answer it next week. It's very interesting.
I'm not here next week.
You're not here? You going on tour?
I'm going on tour.
Damn it!
Dang, Nessa.
Yeah.
I know, but the show must go on.
Mm-hmm.
See how Emizi? He's dedicated. Hey,
I call in. I ain't got all that, but I call in. But y'all hang up with me. You guys don't keep me on like Zach and Mark. Like, oh, let's talk about the thing. You just be like, all right, guys.
You ran off the phone.
Episode 10. You're like, oh, okay.
I was in Houston. I was actually doing something.
See?
Not someone, but just something.
She was doing something that led up to someone, but anyway.
Musical chairs, not that weekend. I found the duck, or no, I found the goose that weekend.
All right, man. You know, like I said, if you guys listen to this podcast, like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter and Instagram at JigIsUpPod. If you have any questions, go ahead, send us a DM. We're gonna figure out anyway how the best way you like to contact us. Hit us up either way. Also visit the website, jigisuppodcast.com. That's where we have all of our episodes right there. And then also, other than that, man, any parting words, any closing shout outs?
Yeah, go ahead and kind of, yes, give a shout out and also explain, because you just kind of jumped in and just started talking the situation, but go introduce yourself.
I'll try to make this quick because I know I got a lot of links I want to give y'all. But basically, I'm a piano player, a bit of a piano teacher, and a photographer. So if anybody needs a piano player for anything, follow me on Instagram at DK Piano Covers. If anybody needs a photographer, hit me up on Instagram at David K Photography. If anybody wants to learn how to play piano, check me out at youtube.com/DHK4.
All right.
I need to do that, man. I gotta learn how to play the people's chord. That's all I want to do, man. I just want to play the people's chord on the piano. That's all I want to do. I'll let your boy.
I'm gonna get that one out. I got you.
Okay.
All right. All right, Emizi, any shout outs?
Yeah, I want to give a shout out to the homie David for coming through.
Thank you, man. Thank you. Appreciate that.
And a shout out for Nessa. Asking you out on a date. She don't do that for nobody.
Man, I've been waiting on that since we were MySpace friends.
Oh, MySpace. Ever since MySpace. He's like, I've been waiting for this so long.
Actually, no, it was funny because I guess I didn't even realize that we were MySpace and Facebook friends back in 05 or something like that. But I didn't even know that.
See, that's how niggas know they're gonna go back. You know, when you're millennials, it's like, dude, we go back since Black Planet.
Right?
We go back since MySpace.
You was in my top 8. Dang.
God dang.
You was my top 15.
Top 15.
You know?
That's when it came later.
Real.
Yeah.
15, dang.
Started getting bigger and bigger.
Kmart, any shout outs?
Shout out to me.
You stupid.
Shout out. Hey, fuck it. You gotta shoot yourself out. What? I guess I don't know. Nessa, any shout outs?
Shout out to Gretchen for calling me, hitting me up. Haven't spoke to her in a few months actually, and she called me to become one of her bridesmaids. So shout out to that. She's getting married in Vegas in December. So I thought my world tour was gonna stop next week, but apparently the show must go on, and I will be in Vegas in December. I might go to DC or New York next year.
It's a lot of musical chairs to be played.
That one,
New dates added.
That one, I doubt I'm gonna be finding a goose, if you know what I mean.
We'll just keep ducking, and you'll find it.
Duck.
Oh, shoot. As far as shout-outs, man, I just want to give a shout-out to everyone out there who's protesting peacefully out there in El Cajon, who wants change, and hopefully people will just realize that, you know, Black lives matter. And in order for all lives to matter first, Black lives have to matter too, as far as, you know, letting us know that our rights are our constitutional rights are valued, and we should be treated as human beings just like the other citizens out here in this country, because we pay taxes just like everyone else. And I just want to just acknowledge that. I don't care about, you know, the names of the people who are protesting, just the fact that you guys are out there and you guys are just fighting for equality, even though it shouldn't happen. This shouldn't go on, but I'm cheering you guys on for fighting the good fight, and that's all I got to say about that. Anything else?
I just want to say something real quick. Something that's been on my mind for a really long time. I'll make it real quick though. I know a lot of different people. Everyone feels a certain way about certain things, but I think a lot of people feel as though they're not You hear people always say, "I'm not Martin Luther King. I'm not Malcolm X. I'm not Rosa
Michael
Parks."
Crabtree.
Michael Crabtree.
I gotta call out my fellow Raider, nigga. You was on that coon shit,
Michael,
my nigga.
Michael Crabtree. But I'm saying like people don't feel as though they measure up to these like the Bob Marleys and the Malcolm X's, the people that made the change.
Yeah.
It's like only difference between you and that person is that they thought they actually could make the change and you didn't. So like Malcolm X, like no, like I got respect for him, but it's like Malcolm X, he ain't nobody but a dude. He's just a guy. Martin Luther King, he's just a guy. So like a lot of people out there just sitting at home not doing much. It's like you really can't make that impact. So like maybe you are Martin Luther King, but you're not because you're just too afraid to say something. So like all the people out there that are protesting, like keep doing that. And if you're sitting at home,
peacefully,
like I think
though, of course.
peacefully, of course, but like don't think that you can't change the world because you really can.
Damn. Well, that case, if you like listening to this podcast as much as we enjoy making it, because we do what we love and love what we do, and if you're not being your motherfucking self, you know what I gotta say.
The jig is up.
And we out.
Hey.
Man, peace and love to El Cajon, man. Y'all need it out there. And it's hot as fuck out there, too.
I know. Poor guy.
Okay, Michael Jordan.
I wish you were here.
I really enjoyed podcast with you guys. You guys did an amazing job.
Easy out.
Okay.
What'd you say?
Mamba out.